Alright, so we are back with episode 14. We're near the end here. We're almost to the Cave of Lies, and and this is just a short precursor to kind of familiarize yourself with the enemies in this area. Some you know. So we'll try to get through here quick. Because, like I say, this is just a short section. There's a door there and a door behind me. That's pretty much it. And there is one area where you're most likely going to die. At least I do frequently. And it's this area we have to jump to get to a safe. Or, yeah, to a chest. So I'm going to get rid of these enemies here first. Just so I can target the one below me right here. That'll kill him. Actually, it can kill him. So, wait a second here. You can see that chest right above my head there. We got to get to that chest. And if you go over there, there's a little rock guy that'll roll into you and explode. And if you don't fall off during the jump, he'll knock you off. Now I do want to take a look at that one other pole sword. This one, because I think we have. Oh, I thought I had two flawless. Got a flawless luck rune there and there. Ah. So let me just take these out real quick. And let me put them in this artifact sword. And it's not really intuitive how they react to each other. Like that's 202. The other one was better, so I'm going to take both of these back out. Put this one back in my burden. And I still like the speed of my warrior sword though, so I'm going to keep it in that one. Alright, and here's one of these little creatures I was telling you about. I roll into you. Stupid control. Whatever. Alright, so So here's one of the dudes. We'll have the option to kill him later. We'll pull this, and this will allow us access to the next area. Also allow us access to him, and we will come back to this here shortly. You can see there's things to read here. We'll have to read those later. Well, we'll have to, but... Alright, so now we're going to try to make this jump before we waste our time with the rest of this. Well, actually, let's go ahead and do the rest of this first, because there's only up here. Is where the Annihilator actually is. And there's two of these dudes. And they're lovely. And there's nothing you can do to avoid them. Well, I mean, you can kill them first, but as you can see, it's easier said than done. And here's our third statue we need to destroy with the Tor hammer, which we will get here later. And that gives you medium armor, a decent medium armor set. And that was a witch, as you couldn't tell. Taken by surprise here, but there is a chest here. Reminder axe, very good axe. Does have a slot in it. It's 203, and you can see that it's 5 pounds, 180%. A little heavier, but the energy's a little more efficient. So we might go to that here. See what kind of damage it does with the flawless luck in it. And this, you can jump over it, but there's really no point. Because there's nothing you can do. That door's locked on the other side, and we will have access to that from the other side. So that's pretty much the end of this first little section. Just remember you can pull that lever every time, but it'll be open. Like it looks like it's not pulled, but once you pull it once, it opens a little gate on the other side, so you don't need to keep pulling it. So now that we've done that, I'm going to save. We're going to save our XP here, and we're going to try to make this stupid jump. Now, one of the easiest ways to do it is to just get yourself way overweight, and you'll land flat-footed on that other side. But you do have to remember that there's two witches over there that are going to attack you, and they can knock you off. In addition to that little fire roly-poly that I killed earlier. If you don't remember to kill him, he'll definitely knock you off of those slats. Let's get healed up here just so because you're going to get hit with the witches spells. See him one going up the stairs there, and then there's another one comes out of the doorway there just under those blue gems. But so let's try to make it out here without death. See, there we are. I have my consecrated stuff on too, so it doesn't do too much damage. And they're gone. And we should be able to jump back over there with no trouble. Yeah, we got it. But that I made that look easier than it actually is. I've died there plenty of times. So now that's really the last part for this little section here. So with that, we're going to go back up here to this little doorway. I'm going to look at this axe here real quick since it's on the way.
Greetings.
Greetings. And let's take it from here, I guess. And the reminder axe, let me put that in here. Let's see what jumps to 263. That's actually higher, so we'll probably keep that for a good bit too. It does just pure physical damage, as does the pole sword, but the advantage of that is you can use a shield too. Obviously it's a little heavier, but yeah, it's a nice light. I mean, it's heavier, but it actually has a little better moveset, if you ask me. You can swing more times, so more DPS. Doesn't put me overweight yet unless I put a shield on, I think. What shield can I wield? Still only my heavy, which is 1.5 pounds, and that does take me over slightly. And I don't like that, but I can always switch things around here when I get close to it. See here, I could switch this. Actually takes my armor up a little bit and change this to that. Still slightly over. 350. Yeah, I could probably change this too. Well, that drops me down considerably. I don't know about that. Let me check my helmet. 240 already. Not much I can do there. So we'll have to deal with it. Still with my burden, I'm okay. So I'll keep that as a backup. The axe, that is. Alright, so with that we're going to go in now. It's time to fight the dual sword dude. That's how we gain access to the other half. And this should look familiar. And here's where my favorite enemy in the whole world is. But we'll need to defeat him to get to that one right there, that point right there. So, I never fought him with this pole sword. Now the secret to this guy is there is a way to, and you've run into some dialogue that suggests it. But when you walk in there, these fire pits that are circling the arena, he'll light those, and the easy way to defeat him is you can knock one of those over, and he'll busy himself trying to right it, and you can light into him then. But if you want his dual swords, specialty weapons, especially if you're in the agility build, they're pretty good. You have to beat him without that. So I'm not much of a gimmick. I don't like to. If there's a natural way to defeat them, I'd rather do that. But you do have that option. But the problem with that is he's up close and personal. So when he starts swinging, your natural tendency would be to jump slightly to the right or left, but you're actually going to have to jump out of his way to the left and let him go past you, and then you do an attack on him from there. I'm going to try it with this pole sword, but I think it's going to be too slow. So I might die, but that's okay. But you'll see he'll do certain moves, and at one point he bows down and raises his swords kind of, and the flame will attack you at that point. So you've got to move, and that's another reason why we're wearing part of this consecrated armor, is to negate some of that fire damage. In fact, I probably should. I don't know, he hits pretty hard too, so we have to give up like, what, 12 points. 12 points of physical damage for that. And he hits pretty hard, so I'm just going to keep this like this for now. We'll try it and see how it works. And I love how the camera angle, that's what he does to start you off with, and you got to kind of get out of the way. And then he'll get right on you. Oh, wow, I was not jumping at all. Yeah, that's too slow. Oops. Too slow to do a diving attack. Poke him though. That's pretty decent damage that way. Yeah, I'll be able to get him. Oof. Ouch. Oh, I thought I had him. Anyway, he's easy, but there's definitely a rhythm to him, and there's definitely a rhythm to the fire you have to pay attention to. But you'll see here I get those double fire swords, and it's just purely an agility build. The Firewalker short swords, but those are excellent short swords, especially for fire damage. But they're way down here because they are for agility builds. Right there, 23 agility, and of course no rune slot. But don't run out of here too quickly, because there is, and I'm not sure if this is dependent on the choices that you made earlier, but there is an empty. Oh no, yeah, there's these guys' tattoos. The ones you sent into, they were all gung-ho to fight him. They didn't survive it, apparently. And now that we have him down, I think that opens this one. We do that one already. We did not, but let me look around here, because I can't remember when that empty bottle pops up. We might have gotten that already. But obviously, that might be a challenge portal, so I'm going to pop here real quick and spend my XP, only 8,000. And get my energy back. Let me see. But anyway, you have to come back here to fight him to get to this next area anyway, so. I'm just going to go through here again, because I'm not sure if we went through this portal or not. I know we've got to remember to go through the other one, but I think that one, yeah, I'm sure that one is after you beat the Annihilator. And I wasn't paying attention. I think we've done this one. I don't know why that wouldn't tell us to. The other good thing about this, you got plenty of reach. Oh, quit the screaming. Yeah. I am sure. We've done this. But I think it ended badly. If I remember correctly, yes. Yeah, we have these. Yeah, there's this. Ooh. What? Oh, crap. Oh, no, I haven't done this yet. The fly hammer. And now, I think this is the wrong way. There's another one over here. I'm not sure if there's some kind of secret to that, or I don't know, but I know that sometimes you can open those chests and they don't light up and you get attacked by those large elemental roly-polies. So I'm not sure if there's a secret to that, or it's kind of confusing. But oh, here's where we don't have our. Oh no, we do. Oh crap. Yeah, that's a tyrant. We're gonna need his heart, so we better attract this guy first. The heart is over here somewhere. And we won't lock onto him just yet. I think he's here. Yeah. Oh, wrong spell, but I will. Tribute sword and a tribute point shard. So there's the tribute. It does have a slot in it. It's already got 7% strength scale, so that was a pretty good one too. You can see it's 3 pounds, slightly less energy used, but we'll have to see how that damage is. Anyway, always experiment. Oh my. You forget to change the double-handed weapon. As you can see, that dude poisoned me, and I'm still poisoned. Please stop. It's another advantage to having magic on your gauntlet. If you had fire, this dude would be virtually immune. And you can, if you step over these, they come back to life. So that can be good or bad. Good if you need the XP, it's like 1500 XP. Bad if your fire resistance is down. These guys always look. I love that. Well, love is a strong word. Anyway, we'll get our XP back and some health. We had to have 32 for our fist weapons. So we're there. Faith is at 21, no sense in putting it higher than that, so the rest of the points will go either in strength or in endurance, whatever you think. I did want to try that. Oh. Yeah, I wanted to try that one weapon too, see what it's going to be like.
Greetings to you.
We do have one big rune to open, but I don't have enough XP to do it, so. The tribute sword. Well, first let me take I'll take this one out first. See what it does from 146 to 197. That's not as good. This goes from 178 to 231. That's considerably better. That one too. So I think we'll stick with that for now, even though I'm having some trouble adjusting to the two-handed mechanics of it. Alright. I think as far as everything else, we're good to go. Let me check I have the tattoos, which we can take back to what's his name. We'll want to, the captain of the guard. We'll want to do that before we finish up, because he'll give us some good XP for that. Need one more tyrant heart, but I think we've maxed out our heal potions, but we'll see. Well, maybe that's not all the time, but I know I could do it in some of the challenge portals anyway. Alright, so we open this up. Rest of the faith set. And we can enter. This is the other side, which you'll see they'll come together at the end, but you'll be able to join back into that other half where we were before we entered the arena. And there's the tyrant right there. So watch for him. And there's a witch right there. So watch for him. And here's Yetka. You can have a brief chat with her. There is a chest behind us too.
Wow. They tell you a story if you know how to listen.
You don't say.
Take this. It'll show you what I mean.
What do the signs on the wall say?
Old stories mostly. I mean, they mean nothing much to me, but they might help you in your search. Using the stone I gave you, you'll be able to decipher them by yourself.
What do you do?
I might have read it all wrong, but if I haven't, then someone is supposed to meet me here to meet me and take my hand. I don't quite get it.
So, you can read your book now. Did you find what you wanted?
Yeah, I can, but it's confusing. I won't bother you with it. Not yet. Even more to my collection. Thank you.
I have things to do.
Your loss.
So she gives us the stone of divine understanding, and now we can read
The
this
three judges
ancient
defeated the last
text
of the lords,
that we've seen
filling the deer with
smattered
blood.
throughout
He was desperate.
the game,
So
and
he
there'll
came
be a
to the
few
battle
more
field
upcoming
himself.
here.
It was in
There's
that
this
moment
chest.
that the bastard god was defeated. Humanity triumphed.
Fiery Withholder and the Last Will Greatsword. Fiery Withholder is a good shield. 2.5 pounds. Got 2 sockets. You can see there. 60 magic, 85 fire, 40 poison, 20 lightning. Pretty nice. A little heavier, but you see you can put the slots in there, or you put the runes in the sockets there, and you're virtually immune to fire if you wanted to, or boost your poison and magic up. But either way, good options. And the weapon, there's the Last Will. You can see it's 5 pounds, 230% energy, so it's a good sword for one-shotting. And it does have a socket at 225, so that's probably going to be our highest damage weapon. And again, I like those. I don't mind the big heavy weapons when you're fighting a boss, because you're not really going to get a chance to hit him more than once most of the time. So I generally relegate those to those fights. But here you can see there's that Lithic Rising. You do get a this is what the Keeper dropped, and like I said, you do get a special trophy for defeating the judge, who's the final boss in the game, with this weapon. But you can see it's 2 pounds. It's a little misleading for the energy consumed, but this thing is fast. You can see that attack speed's at 85%, critical damage is 350%. So it's definitely good for backstabbing and critical hits. So we'll be looking at those two again later. In the meantime, we can go ahead and get rid of the witch. Get her out of the way. Or him, whatever it is. Just remember they explode, so get out of the way. And then his actual heart is in here. But there is an enemy in here to take care of, and there's his heart right there. But this guy, and then there's got stairs too, so just kind of have to be careful. soften him up here with that. Ow. Poop. Oh. Oh. And there, the two-handed dilemma got me killed. Oh no. Oh no, that's right. Creates a save point when you transition, so. Dumb and dumber. So first let me go in here and take care of this clown that I should have never gotten killed from to begin with. Dumb. Anyway, here's my save point. What? Oh. Really? They both came after me. How quaint. This guy can't fit through the door, so... Oof. Alright, so... we can go straight. Here is the third statue that we have to bust up, or the fourth one. I can't remember if I showed you the other one. But yeah, I think so. But there is an enemy up here. We're just going to go up here to dead end it. We're going to try this. Come on, you dumb dog. Bad dog. Oh, get a bad dog. Oh, notice how that went right through him. Good to line them up like that. So we came this way just because it's, you can see that this door is blocked from the other side, so it's kind of a dead end. So we'll remember this, we'll come back through here later. Might as well go ahead and store our XP. And you'll see that there's a door over here, and it too is blocked from the other side. So the only way to go is straight. And we've got another reason why I got my shield out. We've got monkey boys right here. And You always want to let them hit you first. And then we've got our lovely little witches here. She see me. She see me. But remember that switch that we pulled earlier on the other side, it opens this right here, which leads us to this chest right here. Bye-bye. And I think they try to get you to walk over there so you'll kind of follow him down. But anyway, now we just got to make this jump. Oof. Made it. And this is where you'll get the shaft of a weapon that you will need to equip later to open a staff's head. You'll need it to open a special gate we'll come across later. So remember the staff's head, you'll have to have it equipped. So we're back across. And if you remember, there's that chest and that little exploding guy, and that's where we were earlier, the other side. Those two will connect right up there somewhere here shortly. So there's a witch that comes down the stairs, and there's one in here. We'll just go ahead and attack this one first. And she's dead. Get out of there. Oh, 26 points. That's not too bad. So we'll go this way first. The other gate that we can open right here, that leads to the Cave of Lies, but we'll clear this area first. Spiders. More spiders. And there's another one up there. And watch these holes in the floor. And there is a locked door back here, which we'll get the key from a fatty here later. So we'll go in there in just a second. We need to walk in here. And we need some runes for this. There's the weapon hilt. That's the other part of that, the weapon head that you have to have. But you don't have to have it equipped. You just have to have it to get when you equip it and open that secret gate, you'll exchange those two pieces for one weapon. Let's see, yeah, we're gonna look at that last will. But we won't look at that just yet. Let's see, I think we need to get some of those off of the favorites. The stain, we probably won't need that. The heirloom, we might need that because of the elemental damage. Oop. Neuras will continue to use that. Okay. I'm tempted to pop that other large rune. Might as well.
Greetings.
Flawless fire. Common luck raised it about 63 points. So let's take it out of this one for now and pop it in here just to see. Not that one. This one, yeah. $351. That's pretty significant. And it weighs about as much, but you can see the energy consumption's a lot. Attack speeds. Slow. I think we'll get rid of the burden for now. Use a reminder axe. And the last will. That reminder axe is pretty nice too. I don't like the jumping attack on it. Because it's kind of a slanted angle downward. You tend to miss with it. But again, you can use a sword. We're slightly overweight, but that's okay. 3 points of physical damage, which will probably change that when we fight the boss, but for now, that's good. We do have an attribute point shard we can spend, we might as well. And let's see, faith, we don't really need more magic. Vitality gives us 13 more health, not a big deal. Endurance gives us more energy and maximum equipment burden. So we'll probably focus on that for now, but let's see what... Wow, it does give us +9 on that weapon. And +1, so we do more damage. So I think since we're +9, I think we'll go ahead and use that. Our lithic rising went up too. The thing about this is, though, you can get so many more swings in, so you can get 2 swings for the cost of that one, so you can see that the 2-hand would be equivalent, 2 hits would be equivalent to 1 with that, so. But again, with 2-hand, you don't have a shield, which is not a big deal, but. A factor. Alright, so I said we were going to get through this quick.
The deer will save you. Listen, learn, pray. The deer will hear. The deer will help. You are safe with him.
I'm not sure what the purpose of that audio file was. Ow. Hey, is that necessary? Hi. And there's another guy on this side waiting to chuck some stuff at us. This guy will fall down, but he's the holder of the key to that gate downstairs, which is why he falls down there, I think, is to kind of coax you down there. But we'll come back to him here in a second. And there's a secret gate that we need to have that weapons head equipped for. So if we want to get rid of this guy first. And done. And here's his heart is over there. Not coincidentally. And here's how we connect the two sides. If you remember, we
At last I found it. We need to get to him somehow. Come on, hurry. This is it. Do you understand? This is the key.
Yeah. Uh-oh, here, this one takes no physical damage, so you gotta... What? So anyway, at this point we can go back over to the other side, which is where the Annihilator is. But we need to take care of this guy and finish clearing this area. So we shall do that. And this is another way out, which we'll get to later as well. And this is the other side. So this is probably a good, that was my timer there. We know we're at an hour. So I think I will stop the video here and restart. Because technically you could, if you wanted to, you could go back through here and save, or even go back through this direction and with little resistance. This is the other side that where we came from. I think there's, oh yeah, these guys. You can make your way back through here, killing him, the fire creature there on the other side, and you can see that our save point is right there. So you could go down there and save. I'm not going to, but I am going to stop the video now and restart from here. So if you go back through here and save, you can catch up with me in the next video. And we'll see you then.